It's no secret that the world is in the midst of a recession, and with it comes fears of food shortages. Many people are wondering how they can prepare for an unknown future where they may not be able to buy food at the grocery store. The good news is that you can start preparing for this right now, by buying food today. In this video, we will take a look at how you can start stocking up on food to save money and beat inflation. But first, let's find out the possible signs of recession so we can be better prepared. But before that, make sure to subscribe to us for more videos and tap the bell icon to get notified with every new video from us. So let's dive into the video. So what are the signs of a recession? The first thing you need to do is to start paying attention to the signs of a recession. These can include: Number 1. A decrease in consumer spending. This is one of the most obvious signs that a recession is on the horizon. When people are worried about their jobs in the future, they tend to spend less money. This can be seen in a decrease in sales at stores, lower than usual holiday spending, and so on. Number 2. An increase in unemployment. Another sign that a recession is coming is an increase in unemployment. This is usually the result of businesses cutting back on their staff to save money. If you see an increase in the number of people who are out of work, it's a good idea to start preparing for a recession. Number 3. A decrease in housing prices. Another sign of a recession is a decrease in housing prices. This happens when people are no longer confident in the economy and they start to sell their homes for less than they paid for them. The same thing can also happen with stocks. Stocks are usually one of the first things to be affected by a recession because, just like real estate, people become worried about their investments. Number 4. An increase in foreclosures. An increase in foreclosures is another sign that a recession is on the horizon. This happens when people can no longer afford to make their mortgage payments and they lose their homes. This is a problem because it can lead to even more people losing their jobs and falling into poverty. Number 5. Inflation. Inflation occurs when the prices of goods and services start to increase. This happens when the economy is not doing well because businesses have to raise their prices to make up for the fact that they are making less money. Inflation can also lead to food shortages because it can make food more expensive. How to prepare for the food shortages and defeat inflation. So now that we know the signs of a recession, let's find out what we can do to prepare for the food shortages that often come with it. Number 1. Buying food now. One of the best things you can do to prepare for a recession and possible food shortages is to buy food now. This may seem counterintuitive, but if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. If you wait until the recession hits to start stockpiling food, you will be competing with everyone else who is trying to do the same thing. This will drive up prices and make it difficult to find the food you need. However, if you start buying food now, you can get it at the current price and have a stockpile that will last you through the recession. Number 2. Stockpiling non-perishable food. Another thing you can do to prepare for a recession and possible food shortages is to stockpile non-perishable food. This includes food that doesn't need to be refrigerated, such as canned goods, dry beans, rice, pasta, etc. Non-perishable food has a long shelf life and can last for years if stored properly. Also, these types of foods are cheaper in general, so you can save even more money by stockpiling them. Number 3. Invest in a food dehydrator. One of the best ways to prepare for a recession and possible food shortages is to invest in a food dehydrator. A food dehydrator is a machine that removes water from food, which makes it last longer. Dehydrated foods have a shelf life of up to 10 years, so this is a great way to stockpile food for the long term. Number 4. Growing your food. If you have some spare space in your backyard or on your balcony, you can use it to grow your food. This is a great way to save money and have a steady supply of fresh food, even during a recession. All you need is some soil, some seeds, and some basic gardening supplies. Potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, and herbs are very easy to grow and don't require a lot of space. If you want to get more ambitious, you can even try growing your fruits and vegetables. Number 5. Join a community garden. If you don't have the space to grow your food, you can join a community garden. Community gardens are plots of land that are gardened by a group of people. They are usually located in parks or other public spaces. You can join a community garden in your area and help grow food for yourself and others. Number 6. Preserving food. If you have a surplus of fresh food, you can preserve it so that it will last longer. Canning and pickling are two great ways to preserve food. You can also freeze or dry foods to extend their shelf life. Preserving food is a great way to make sure you have a supply of healthy food, even during a recession. Number 7. Investing in a food storage system. If you want to be prepared for a recession and possible food shortages, you can invest in a food storage system. There are many different types of food storage systems available, from simple pantry shelves to more elaborate setups. Food storage systems can help you keep track of your food supply and make sure it lasts as long as possible. Now you know how to prepare for a recession and possible food shortages. A recession can give you a hard time if you are not prepared for it. By following the tips above, you can be sure that you and your family will have enough to eat, even during tough economic times. So make sure to start stockpiling food and supplies now, before the recession hits. That's all for today's video. Hope you got some value. If so, make sure to subscribe to us for more videos and tap the bell icon to get notified with every new video from us. See you in the next video.